Good morning, students. Today we can start new academic section in chemistry by Unit 10, Matter Around Us. What is matter? Anything occupies space and has mass is known as matter. The air we breathe, the food we eat, and the plants, animals, fruits, etc. all included under matter. Sunlight, energy, force, etc. can't include under matter because they do not occupy space or have mass. Let's see about matter around us. See, matter is everything around us. What is matter? What is matter means anything occupies space and have mass is known as matter. Anything occupies space and has mass is known as matter. Everything around us is known as matter. The air we breathe, the food we eat, the pen we write, clouds, stones, plants, animals, drop of water, grain of sand, everything is matter. Matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. Sunlight, sound, force and energy do not occupy space and mass, so they are not included under matter. When we learn what is matter. What is matter? Anything occupies space and has mass is known as matter. In our 8th standard, we study the classification of matter. Physically classified into solids, liquids and gas. In this section, we can detailedly study about the chemical classification of matter. The flow diagram given below given an idea about the chemical classification of matter. Classification of matter. This is chemical classification of matter. What is matter? Anything occupies space and has mass is known as matter. Matter can be divided into pure substances and impure substances. Pure substances means throughout the sample same particles are present and throughout the sample same properties are there, means they are known as pure substances. Next one is impure substances. Impure substances are otherwise known as mixtures. Mixture means anything mixed together, means that is known as mixture. Pure substances are again classified into elements and compounds. What is the classification of pure substances? Pure substances are again classified into elements and compounds. Now let's see about elements. Elements cannot be broken down into simpler substances. Example, copper, oxygen, hydrogen. See about elements means oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, all are elements. And what is element means the basic concept of or basic of all the substances present in our earth, the plants, animals, rock, etc. The basic substance is known as elements. Elements cannot be broken down into simpler substances. For what the classification of matter? Once again, matter is classified into pure substances and impure substances. Impure substances are otherwise known as mixtures. Pure substances are again classified into elements and compounds. Elements means anything cannot be broken into simpler substances are known as elements. For example, copper, oxygen, hydrogen. There are 118 elements there in our periodic table. There is a table. The elements are included in periodic table. There are 118 elements are there, out of which 92 are present naturally, others are artificially prepared in laboratory. When we see about compounds, compounds means atoms combined together or elements combined together to form compounds. What are compounds? Elements combined together to form compounds. For example, water. The formula of water is H2O. Here hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen is an element. Oxygen is also another one element combined together to form H2O. That is water. The formation of water is a compound. Next is sugar. The formula of sugar is C6H12O6. Here the elements present in sugar are carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Next one is salt. Salt formula NaCl, sodium chloride. The elements present in salt are sodium and chlorine. Sodium and chlorine combined together to form compound salt. So what are compounds? Elements combined together to form compounds. Compounds can be broken down into elements by chemical reactions. By chemical reactions, we can broken down the compounds into elements. Let's see about the classification of matter. Matter is classified into pure substances and impure substances. Impure substances are otherwise known as mixtures. Pure substances are elements and compounds. Elements means elements cannot be broken down into simpler substances. That is, the basic content of all the substances are known as elements. Example for element: copper, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, etc. The presence of elements. Next one, compounds. Elements combined by a fixed ratio to form compounds. The formation of a compound is a chemical reaction. By a fixed ratio only compounds are forming. For example, we can consider water molecule H2O. Here 2 hydrogen combines with 1 oxygen. The ratio of water formation is 2:1. By the chemical reaction of hydrogen and oxygen forming water. Sugar C6H12O6, it is a complex molecule. Salt NaCl is a salt. Here compounds do not exhibit the properties of its elements. For example, hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen help for put off fire, but oxygen help for burning of fire. So here water is used for put off fire. So the properties of elements are different from that of its compounds. Similarly, in the case of sodium chloride, sodium is a metal, chlorine is a non-metal. They combined together to form sodium chloride. The properties of sodium chloride is entirely different from that of the constituent elements present in it. Let's see about elements. Substances on earth made up of simple substances called elements. All the substances in earth is made up of simple substances are known as elements. Our body is also made up of simple elements like sodium, calcium, potassium, carbon, etc. are present in our body. Majority of the element present in our body is carbon. Elements are building block of all the materials. For all the material, elements are considered as the building block of materials. Robert Boyle used the term element for any substance that cannot be broken down into further simpler substances. Elements we can further divide it into simpler substances that are known as atoms, but the properties of atoms are different from that of elements. Next, the classification of element. Elements are classified into 3 categories. They are metals, metalloid and non-metal. Elements are classified into metals, non-metals and metalloid. What are metals means? Metals have some special properties. They are malleable. Malleable means they can make into sheets. And they are ductile. Ductile means drawn into wires. For example, copper wire, aluminium wire, etc. For sheets we can make aluminium sheets, roofing sheets, you know that one. All are also the plates we are using in our kitchen, all are metals. Metals can be drawn into wires and they are malleable and ductile. Malleable means make into sheets and ductile means drawn into wires and they conduct heat and electricity. But the properties of metals are malleable, ductile, they conduct heat and electricity, they have shiny appearance and they are sonorous. Sonorous means sound making. Two metals together touch means make noise, isn't it? Next one, non-metals. The properties other than the metals are known as the substances exhibit the properties other than metals are known as non-metals. They are not malleable, non-ductile, they do not conduct electricity and heat. And also they are not sonorous and their like properties exhibiting elements are known as non-metals. Non-metals example carbon, oxygen, neon, chlorine. Metals example copper, chromium, gold, mercury. The elements present between non-metals and metals, the properties exhibit between metal and a non-metal is known as metalloid. Example boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, they are known as semiconductors. They partially conduct electricity, so they are known as semiconductors. Once again we can see element. What are elements means? Any substance that cannot be broken down into further simpler substances are known as elements. Example for element copper, chromium, iron, hydrogen, chlorine, etc. all are included under element. Elements are classified into metals, non-metals and metalloids. Metals example copper, chromium, gold, mercury. Non-metal carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, etc. Metalloids are boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic. These metals are known as semiconductors. Next, let's see the differences between atoms and molecules. Atoms are the smallest particle of matter which cannot exist freely. Noble gases in the form of atoms can exist freely. Other than noble gases, atoms cannot exist freely. Molecules are the smallest particle of a compound that can be exist freely. Next, the difference between atoms and molecules. Atoms cannot exist freely. Molecules can exist freely. Atom is the smallest particle which can take part in a chemical reaction. Molecule cannot take part in a chemical reaction. Let's see about compounds. When two or more elements combine chemically to form a new substance, the new substance is called compound. What is compound means? Chemically combination of two or more substances. Chemically they combined together to form compounds. Sodium hypochlorite. Sodium hypochlorite is used as a disinfectant. Here sodium hypochlorite contains sodium, oxygen and chlorine. Next, bleaching powder. Calcium oxychloride is known as bleaching powder. CaOCl2. Calcium, oxygen and chlorine are present in bleaching powder. This one is a compound. Calcium is present, oxygen is present and chlorine is present. In sodium hypochlorite, sodium is present, chlorine is present and oxygen is present. Next, compound water. Water formula H2O. Hydrogen and oxygen are combined together to form water. Sugar contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Three elements combined together to form sugar. Example, cane sugar is made up of three elements, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. The formula is C12H22O11. This is known as sucrose. The formula for sucrose is C12H22O11. Let's see the next classification, that is matter is classified into pure substances and impure substances. Impure substances are otherwise known as mixtures. Let's see what is a mixture. Mixture is an impure substance. It consists of two or more elements or compounds or both physically mixed together in any ratio. We studied compounds are formed by the chemical combination. By the chemical reactions only compounds are forming. Mixture means we can make mixture, isn't it? We can mix two or three substances together means we get mixture. Here mixture means a impure substance. When two or more substances mixed together in any ratio we can form a mixture. For example, tap water is a mixture of water and some dissolved salt. Lemonade is a mixture of lemon, sugar and water. Lemonade soda with soda is a mixture. Soda contains carbon, water. Here tea with sugar. Here tea dust is there, sugar is there and water is there. Three contents are there. As our wish we can make the proportion. If the ratio we can change it because mixtures are forming in any ratio. Lemonade is a mixture of lemon, sugar and water. Next, ketchup is a mixture of tomato and water and sugar. Let's see the differences between elements and compounds. Elements are made up of only one kind of atom. For example, see here, The differences between element and compound. Elements are made up of only one kind of atom. For example, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, neon, etc. Here only one kind of two hydrogens are there, but only one kind is there. Same kind of atoms combined together to form elements. Next, element is the smallest particle that retains all its properties of the atom. Here element contains the nitrogen element take means here nitrogen atoms exhibit the properties of the element. Then atoms again divide means we get proton, neutron and electron. That time it can't retain the properties of elements. So element is the smallest particle that can retain the properties of its atom. Elements cannot be broken down into simpler substances. Elements we can't broken down into simpler substances. Element again broken means we get subatomic particles only. They do not possess the properties of elements. Let's see compounds made up of more than one kind of atom. Here elements are made up of only one kind of atom. Compounds are forming of more than one kind of atom. Example we studied for compound is water. Here hydrogen and oxygen are there. Carbon dioxide is a compound. Carbon dioxide contains carbon and oxygen. Next we learned about sugar. Sugar formula C6 C12 H22O11. That is sucrose, cane sugar formula. Here the compound present, the ratio is 12:22:11. Carbon is present, hydrogen is present and oxygen is also present in this compound. Next, second point, the smallest particle that retains all its properties is the molecule. In a compound, the smallest particle retain the properties of a compound. For example, carbon dioxide contains carbon dioxide molecule can retain the properties of carbon dioxide. If we split carbon and oxygen separately means it can't retain the properties of carbon dioxide. Compound can be broken down into elements by chemical methods. Compounds can be split by chemical methods only, but mixtures by physical methods we can separate them. Elements cannot be broken down, but compounds can be broken down by chemical methods. These are the differences between elements and compound. Let's see, next we can see the differences between mixture and a compound. A mixture, it contains two or more substances in any ratio. A mixture, we can mix together soil and sand, we can mix together soil and sugar, we can mix together sand and sugar can mix together. In any ratio we can form a mixture. Compound is a single substance. A compound formation taking place by chemical reaction, so it is a single substance. The constituent may be present in any proportion, in any ratio mixture is present. For example, we prepare juice in our home. As our wish, we are changing the content of sugar, and also we are preparing tea in our home. Tea is a mixture. The contents are prepared visually, we are preparing the mixture. And also air is a mixture. Air, in some area the dust particles are more in air, that like the mixture proportion is varying from place to place. The constituents are present in definite proportions. In compound, the constituents are present in definite proportions. For example, water, here H2O is water, 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen is present in water. If we change the formula, H2O2 means it is another one compound, that is hydrogen peroxide. So we can't change the proportion. If we proportion change means it changes into another compound. So compounds can retain its properties. They show the properties of their constituents. A mixture show the properties of their constituents. For example, we mix sugar and salt together. If we take a part of sugar means we can feel sugar taste, and salt taste also we can feel. Like that we are using many food items, that ice cream etc. mixtures. There the flavors we can separately we can feel that, because they show the properties of their constituents. But in a compound, they do not show the properties of the constituent elements. For example, sodium chloride is a compound. Sodium and chlorine is there. Sodium is a metal, chlorine is a non-metal, but sodium chloride is entirely different from that, the characters of sodium and chlorine. The components may be separated easily by physical methods. But in a mixture, the components can be easily separated by physical methods. The physical methods means hand picking, sieving, magnetic separation, sublimation, etc. They are physical methods. By using physical methods, we can separate the components from the mixture. But in a compound, the constituents can be separated one or more chemical reactions. By using chemical reactions only from a compound, we can separate the constituents. Otherwise, we can't separate in a compound constituents by physical methods. Okay, students, I am winding up here. You can ask your doubts in WhatsApp group and study well. Be safe. Thank you.